Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Rune News. I'm your host, Ryan, and as always, it's bloody good to have you guys here in the audience today, and Happy New Year to those out there watching right now. We're giving away 24 bonds. That's right, one bond an hour over a 24-hour period to celebrate the brand new year right here live on this YouTube channel. Down below, you'll be able to find me live over the next 24 hours or at kick.com/KingCondor. Drop a follow there, hit the sub button here, whichever one you want to do. Come by and explain to me why you think I'm the biggest dickhead in the Runescape community and why you deserve a bond. And every hour, we're going to be giving away a bond to one lucky viewer over the entire day. Anyone can be a winner at any given time. I have one question for you all to answer in the comment section down below today before we roll into the old school RuneScape section, which is about what we're going to discuss in the OSRS news today. It is about the first update of the year, usually being an absolute fucking heater. However, this week, or this year, I think they're going to absolutely fumble it based on the last 12 months of, the last 4 weeks of updates. I don't know why I said 12 months. I've got brain damage. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think Jagex will release next week with that update. We've had zero hints. I don't think it's going to be ship combat because they were running a poll on what to do with it. My name is Ryan. You're watching Rune News. Hit the like and subscribe button down below, and I'll throw 3 inches on the end of your cock for free. Now let's get into the old school RuneScape update. My name is Ryan. You're watching Rune News. This is Rune News, and you're watching Rune News. This week's Old School RuneScape segment is a little bit different, considering Jagex hasn't actually given us an update this week. Instead, I've thrown my own little update behind us, and I'm going to go through it right now, because this is basically going to showcase every single day one update of every single year of Old School RuneScape's release and show you guys why Jagex absolutely has cooked every year. But I don't feel confident that next week they're going to deliver the same performance based on the past 4 weeks of updates, or pretty much any updates since the release of Sailing. I'm going to go through exactly why in just a moment, but first I want to take you guys on a trip down memory lane and explain what we have here and why these updates were so good and why I think we should be expecting a heater. But Jagex, it's your time to shine, because I really don't know if they're going to fully deliver here. Last year, we got run energy changes. This is a massive change. You don't really use your stamina potions as much anymore. People don't even take them into Theatre of Blood. They're barely pre-pop for TOA. You barely go through a full one in Cox. Endgame, it changed dramatically. Using the Blast Furnace, you go through far less potions. It ruined the endurance ring from Hella to Polka. It's a dead-ass ring now. You don't need it, because run energy and agility are intertwined at a much healthier level now, that even the early game just feels less daunting. It's still shit because it's not unlimited run, but this was a massive overall change for every player in the game, and I think it was a bit of a sleeper update. Next, however, we have the Children of the Sun. This was 2024's day one release, and some of you guys are thinking, that was a pretty basic ass quest, who gives a shit? What you're forgetting is this image here. This is when they got rid of the Kurend favor system. Yeah, you feel old yet? You used to have to get 100% favor in each house, and then you get to do a Kingdom Divided. They just fucked it right off and gave everyone the benefits. That was a massive change. The Kurend favor system sucked ass. Making a new account, oh, I fucking hated that Kurend favor system. So they got rid of it. That update there, straight out the gate. Absolute massive update. The next update is Secrets of the North. Come on. Phantom Muspar, one of the greatest fucking bosses in the game. Awesome money boss. There was zero issues with the Phantom Muspar or Secrets of the North. It was a great quest and boss to drop on day one release of the year of 2023. Absolute massive update. But the year before that, my mouse has moved, my apologies. The year before that, we got Nex. Next was the first update of the year before that. Another fucking massive endgame boss, which still to this day stands the test of time, giving you guys Torva, giving you the best endgame strength bonus gear for many years to come, and still one of the most reputable bosses to farm. People mass it all the time. There's Venezuelans everywhere, and we're doing masses all the time on stream still to this day. Well, how many years? 4 years later. Absolute banger. But then that gives us Soul Wars and the 20th anniversary event. Well, no one gives a fuck about the 20th anniversary event. But Soul Wars, while many of you won't do Soul Wars, it was a massive update. It was a nostalgia hit for the game, and it introduced an insane way for people to farm resources and farm different clan events and metas through Soul Wars. And even in leagues, it is a staple on how to get a lot of, I think it was like prayer XP or some shit. It's a great way to farm a bunch of 80 bolts or some shit. I don't do it in leagues, because personally I'm not a big Soul Wars enjoyer, but it was a big addition to the game. It's one of the biggest mini games they ever earned, or ever released, for us at the first update of the year. Slightly weaker than the years prior, should I say, but Soul Wars absolutely fucking cooked and was a massive update. Now I've got the other page here, just let me find that for you real quick. Here we go. So 2020, Eating in the Bank. Yeah, that might sound pretty weak, but how many of you guys are right-click eat, or right-click drink, or right-click equipped in gear while you're in the bank. Or if you use Rune Light Menu Entry Swapper, holding shift, eat, equipping while the bank tab's open. Tell me that is not one of the biggest, even though it's a small UI change, one of the biggest updates they ever brought to the game. 2020, we were blessed with something we didn't realize would be so fucking powerful. Eating in the bank on the 9th of January 2020 was a huge drop by Jagex. But the year before that, 2019, the Kebos lowlands were brought to our attention, I guess. We're blessed with that amazing place in Zaya, which gave us the Farming Guild, the Konar Slayer, the Alchemical Hydra with the Dragon Hunter Lance, which changed dragon hunting forever, which caused them to, I think it was buff the Dragon Hunter crossbow or nerf it because it was too powerful. I don't remember which one. This brought a new level to endgame Slayer in general, and a new way to train Slayer with the new Brimstone Key system. And then the year before that, as you can see, was Dragon Slayer 2. 2018, Dragon Slayer 2 was the first update of the year. Oh, I'm willing to bet half of you guys don't remember or realize that these were the first updates of each year. And we're meant to expect Jagex to drop a fucking heater next week? Come the fuck on. Dragon Slayer 2. The year before that, you fucking guessed it, Chambers of Xeric. RuneScape's first ever fucking raid. Oldschool RuneScape's first raid, Chambers of Xeric, dropped 2017, the 5th of January. In my opinion, the best raid they've ever released, and some of the hardest and most ongoing content of all time. When I say hardest, I mean hard hitting, not hard in terms of difficulty. Chambers of Xeric absolutely fucks. 2017, 5th of January, absolute heater. Jagex blessed us with a gem that year. Before that, we got the Great Korend, Zaya. Spoiler alert, Zora the year after. I apologize for scrolling too far. Zaya came to the game, and Zaya was dog shit. Don't get me wrong, on release, it was poorly executed because the people that were working on it quit and didn't really plan it properly. But it did bring a whole new land to the game. It brought the Dragon Warhammer as well as the whole faction system, which today is a really important piece of content. It's a really important land. It brings you Valamor, it brings you the Coliseum, it brings you Vardavis and the Chambers of Xeric. So while it was a bit of a slow burner at the start, the Great Korend, it also brought you your first Twisted League as well. Massive update with Zora coming in at 2015, being the first solo snake boss, and the first, I think, the Kraken, was Zora the first boss? No, or the Kraken was the first boss. I think the Kraken was the first boss, but Zora was the solo snake boss. This was a staple boss that absolutely fucked the economy because it was just shitting out money left, right, and center, but still, 2015, it's been over 10 years, and it is one of the greatest pieces of content that people still farm today. It is a crucial piece of content to farm, no matter what your account is. And then finally, 2014, the first full year lapse came around, and we got the Slayer helmet, which the website is really buggy and wouldn't give me a picture because I'd searched too long on the website. I don't know why Jagex has issues with their cookies or whatever, but the Slayer helmet came to the game in 2014. That was the first release of the first year going around the fucking sun in Oldschool RuneScape. So as you can see, we have had an insane amount of high-level, high-quality updates from 2014 all the way to 2025. And given the fact that Jagex doesn't know what they want to do or implement or fix with sailing, there is no endgame sailing content. They don't know how they want to tackle sailing combat, and they're still getting opinions on players, which that poll closes in like a week still. We have no idea what they're going to deliver next week, and I do not have faith that Jagex will be hitting this caliber of update. I think for the first time ever in Oldschool RuneScape history, we're going to receive a bit of a dud update for the first week out of the gate. But I hope I'm fucking wrong. If they just drop some fat-ass boss or some insane quest or pre-quest even, just some massive change that we're not expecting, I won't have any issues with it. But I just don't see anything that they've hinted at or predicted or suggested lately. Unless there's a magic rework, they might do a shadow rework. That's the only thing I can see making sense. Even then, they haven't discussed it at all. It's been all about sailing. So unless there's a new world sailing boss or some insane endgame sailing change that just dropped next week, we might be in for the first ever dogshit ass start to a year in Oldschool RuneScape, which might not sound like much, but I mean, they've been on a hot streak for 12 years. It'd be a shame to see them break the streak. They've got a week now since the release of this video to crack the fucking whip. What do you guys think? And which update was your favorite overall? Even if you weren't there for it, which update do you think is the strongest of the lot, and which one's the weakest? My name is Ryan. That is Oldschool RuneScape news this week, ladies and gentlemen. Now I'm going to show you guys how to make some fat cash with Way Green in just a moment. All things considered, when it comes to Oldschool RuneScape and their updates, there's one update that we're glad we've never had, and that is the update of Evolution of Combat, which ultimately brought us RuneScape 3. And the reason of that is because RuneScape 3 is fucking dog shit. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Grand Exchange segment for Rune News. My name is Wade Green, and to round off 2025, the biggest rise is currently the Dragon Nails, but this is open to speculation because we know that they're going to do some sailing changes, especially the combat and endgame content coming up. Will they reduce the amount of nails required? Will they increase the rate that nails come to the game? Will they even make any changes at all? It is a trivial item to be investing in at the moment, but farming them is absolutely the fucking play if you want to make some cash. And now the biggest loss of the week is the Griffin Feather because, well, the boss and the Griffins they're just shit. There's no better way to put it. It is shit content with shit drop tables and shit XP and shit loot and shit mechanics. There's nothing good about the Griffin system at all, except the Horn of Plenty and the feathers. They're not really hard to fucking get, so they're always going to be a fucking lost leader. And now the Twisted Bing Bong Billiam Chillium Bing Billithan is on the fucking rise, super hard at 1.5 bill with the Scythe closely behind it. The most expensive Megatron rare currently is the Twisted Bow, and we're hunting that hard right here on these live streams, so make sure you follow over on kick.com/KingCondor so you don't miss me pulling that fucking juicy T-bow. And then finally, the mole slippers are on the dip over here because of the Jad slippers last week, which makes it prime time to fucking invest. In fact, I'm going to go grab myself 100,000 pairs right now because mole slippers will be going to the fucking moon and they're going to be worth 30 mil a pair roughly this time in about 2 years' time. So mark my fucking words, mark it on your calendars, and if I'm wrong, then unsubscribe in 2 years' time. But until then, those mole slippers until the fucking moon, 263k is a fucking bargain for a pair of juicy fucking slippers that have 0 negative defense bonuses. My name is Wade Green, and that is the Grand Exchange update to round off the year of 2025. Happy New Year, and have a good fucking night. Our final 3 Ironman moments for the year of 2025 have hit us like a ton of bricks. We have an Ironman known as I can't read that shit. It's blurry as hell. And he's not an Ironman either, but he got the pet snakeling, which is pretty big. So sorry I had to lean down and read that shit. Don't know what he got. It doesn't really matter either because he's using the Zoro helper like an absolute fucking noob. So obviously he hasn't checked out the 50-second Zoro guide that'll complete any kill for him. No worries, problem solved. But congratulations on the Zoro pet. I think this was after getting like the Hydra leather as well. So congratulations, nice work. Our second last moment for the year, who is actually an Ironman this time, thankfully. Hayawan gets himself a Dragon Warhammer from Lizman Shamans. Congratulations, big drop. Time to go for the Elder Mortal for that slight but sweet fucking upgrade. And our final Ironman moment to close out the year of 2025. It's a big one. Oh man, this guy was begging for it left, right, and center. King, please, can you show the moment? I got a really good drop. 1 in 260 million. Where? Yes, Shangers, the bot master himself, the notoriously always false banned, always botting, Mr. Gaz, Mr. Gim Shanghai, Shangers and Gash. Remember that, Jagex. Link the account names together. Ban this motherfucker because he just botted himself an Armadyl helmet and an Armadyl chestplate, both at the same time from minion drops. Now, obviously, this is a fake screenshot. He just carried them in and dropped them on the floor for a Rune News screenshot to close out the year in such a staple. And he did this weeks ago as well. So, yeah, that's a fucking high note to end on. Have a great new year, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you all in the live stream in just a moment, giving away a bond every hour. Much love to you all. See you all next week and see you all next year. Have a good fucking night.